Thanks, Riaz. Good morning. It's 6:30 on the dot. Vancouver fire crews are still trying to figure out what sparked a massive blaze near the Oak Street Bridge in the middle of the afternoon commute. Investigators think this fire was no accident. Greg Harper joins us now live from the bridge with the latest on this. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. I'm right under the Oak Street Bridge right now. According to fire officials, people were seen running from the fire yesterday, and it was on the Marpole Railroad Bridge, which you see there behind me. That was the bridge that was on fire. Quite the scene yesterday. This is what it looked like during the afternoon rush hour on the Oak Street Bridge. A scary sight as drivers were trying to get across, while thick black smoke rose into the sky and over the bridge. Vancouver police eventually shut the bridge down just after 5 and reopened it just before 6 o'clock in the evening. The Marpole Railroad Bridge, it is owned by CP Rail. At one time, there were nearly 40 firefighters trying to put the fire out on it. It's a bridge that isn't used often. About one train a week travels across it. Today, engineers will be looking at the bridge, assessing the damage.
Once the fire was knocked down, the fire had extended far beyond our reach with our quint and our hand lines. We then dispatched our fireboat, which was instrumental in extinguishing the fire at the far end of the south side of the trestle here.
So what caused the fire? Was it deliberately set? That investigation continues. Jody?
That must have been terrifying for commuters. Thank you so much. Greg Harper reporting live for us from the Oak Street Bridge this morning. Police are investigating an overnight accident in Surrey that gave one family a very terrifying wake-up call. A Chrysler 300 slammed into a house near 123rd Street and 78th Avenue just after midnight. The car went into a bedroom window in the basement. The homeowners say the child who sleeps in that room luckily wasn't home, so no one inside the house was injured. But there's substantial damage to the property. It's believed the driver and passenger ran away, and the search for them continues this hour. A woman is in critical condition after being hit by a car in Vancouver overnight. It happened shortly after midnight at East Hastings Street and Vernon Drive. According to witnesses, the woman darted out into the street, which didn't give the driver of the vehicle any time to react. The driver remained on scene. Big changes are being made at the Fraser Health Authority. The province is planning to spend $60 million improving key areas after carrying out a review of services. It comes after ER nurses called conditions chaotic. The millions will be spent to ensure better accountability and patient care.
There's this over-reliance on the acute care setting, and some of the outcomes are not as good as in other areas of Canada.
The Surrey Board of Trade says despite the plan, there still isn't enough funding being allocated to each patient compared to neighboring health authorities. Calgary police are widening their search for 5-year-old Nathan O'Brien and his grandparents who vanished from their home a week and a half ago. Officers spent yesterday searching a garbage dump northwest of Calgary. Douglas Garland, who was named by police as a person of interest, appeared in court on charges connected to an unrelated case. The 54-year-old who has ties to BC remains in custody. He is due back in court tomorrow. There's been another mass shooting in the United States, this time in Houston, Texas. A man has been arrested following a 3-hour standoff after 4 children and 2 adults were killed. It's believed they are members of the suspect's family. His 15-year-old daughter is also in critical condition. Charges are pending against the man who is separated from his wife. Police think the family breakup may have triggered the violence. An emergency meeting of the UN Security Council has been planned for today to deal with the escalating Israeli-Palestinian crisis. Israel is stepping up its attacks against Hamas militants in Gaza on the third day of the assaults. Israeli warplanes raided more than 320 targets this morning. Since the aerial offensive began Tuesday, 750 targets have been attacked and at least 75 Palestinians have been killed. The raids are aimed at stopping Hamas from firing rockets into Israel.